How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Thank you. Live from Panama. You don't want to miss this live feed. So, in case you are joining in late, the only thing that I'm asking is share the video, like the video, share the video, like the video, hit that bell button on YouTube, hit that like button on Facebook, and share the live feed. And hopefully you will get it. Now, we are live from the what it used to be the migrant camp that the migrants used to arrive through here through the Guna tribe village. It is a village, a Guna tribe village that has been affected by the disease of of malaria, and ultimately it has been affected by the contamination of trash by this mass migration. Also, they say that the migrants have been cutting their number one resource, that is coconuts, and it is affecting their international commerce with Colombia. Now, I'm gonna flip the camera for you guys to see these incredible images that we are watching right here on a migrant camp that it was abandoned. Now it is abandoned. You don't see no migrants. Today we saw a few, like 19 of them, that they went inside the Darien Gap. We're steps away from entering the Darien Gap through Panama. You will see this migrant camp that is unbelievably huge, and it was built on the discomfort of the villages in the tribal, that is the Guna tribe. It was so difficult to enter this particular village because the Guna tribe are so overprotected of their land. But ultimately, it has to be done by respect, by talking to the head chief, and after that, they will let you know if you're allowed to come in on a certain circumstance and with certain regulations and respect. Ultimately, let me flip the camera so you guys can see what am I talking about. How the contamination of trash all over the place over here. So this is the first pile. These are the places where they used to sleep in these migrant camp in Panama. But look at all this trash. This is one of the bathrooms that they used to use. So the village and the Guna tribe had to make up a a so-called of a special port that they can put the a bathroom for the migrants. So this is all the trash that it was left behind. These are the villages that they were sleeping. Of course, they're abandoned. As you can see, there's trash over here also. And also, let me just go and show you how these bathrooms or so-called bathrooms they were. Look at all this trash and debris. This is all migrant population that it was left behind. The migrants didn't know where to leave, where to let their basically their trash. They don't have no cans. They used to do their necessities. You got children doing their necessities on that Pacific hole into the sea. Imagine that, man. Imagine putting a child through this and putting him to do their necessities under this circumstances. This is what open border policies do. This is what pushing open borders. You're not helping humanitarian. You don't see the United Nations trying to stop people from migrating through these particular circumstances and places. You have a migrant shoe right there. This is Look at the bathrooms right here on the shore, and this is our villages. Look how abandoned all the villages are. Real America's Voice News bringing you the reality and truth of this crisis, humanitarian crisis that the leftists in the United States and around the world, they don't show this. They don't show the contamination factor. Not talking bad about the migrants, but they don't show the aftermath of what happens and how it affects a tribe, a community, that ultimately this community has been massively affected by the debris of trash that has been left behind by all the migrants. It is like a quarter mile of trash that it was left behind on this migrant camp. This migrant camp was canceled due to the spread of malaria that it has been happening. Also, not only that, the tribe decided, all the decisions are decided on a community. And also the tribe decided to put a curfew on the migrants on this camp. They cannot exit the camp after 5 o'clock. Uh, they cannot be outside of the villages after 5 o'clock for protection of their tribe. This is all the amount of trash that is left behind. How big this is. This is a huge migrant camp that it was packed, and everybody and all of the people right here, they're saying you should have seen this. The head chief and one of the leaders of the tribe that we're interviewing right now, he told us you should have seen this, how packed it was. It was huge. See these villages that they're abandoned right here. ultimately, you see this this place right here, more trash over here. It's all over the place. This migrant camp is abandoned now. There's nothing now here. It's more trash over here. So sadly, this is the travesty that the migrants take to enter the Darien Gap. They used to take thousands that used to live over here under these circumstances. And as we are walking through this migrant camp, it's unbelievable to document this because I don't know how many lives they have been through here, man, and how many lives they have lost going through the Darien Gap. So imagine this. And this used to be a migrant camp that it was active. It affected the Guna tribe. Also, it affected their coconut industry. They're saying that the migrants used to cut the coconuts before they were ready. When they're ready is when they're on the floor, and they were cutting them, and it was affecting the plant to grow more. It's a snake right there. Sorry about that, sir. This is the door that it will lead you into the Darien Gap. So this practically, it is the door for the Darien. Right here, you see all that debris over there? That debris on the beach, it is the debris when they arrive. This shore right here, this is the road for the Darien. This right here, historical. As we are taking you on this journey, share the video, like the video. First and foremost, hit that bell button, hit that like button, people. You need to hit that bell button, hit that like button. It helps us a lot to reshare. And also buy me a coffee. It is pinned on the chat. If you guys like to contribute, reporting for you guys straightforward from Panama. This is the road to get to the Darien. And I will walk through the debris in the middle of the shore. A child's shoe right there. This is where they arrive on the chalupas, on the canoes. It's on a child's foot, a child's sandal right there. This is how the debris and the aftermath of all of the the travesty of the migrants through the Darien Gap. Environmentalists, where are you? It's a question that I would like to ask you. Where are you? Like, this is not contaminating the environment? I'm just saying. So, particularly, we wanted to show you all of this that is the entrance into the Darien Gap. See you. Yeah. Let me flip the camera. There's Ben right there, all the way to the back. I'm gonna keep it short for all of you. Keep this short. Keep this short live feed. But it's a completely this part of this land, it has been completely destroyed. I had to be honest. It is destroyed. But Ben, real quick before I finish this live feed, I want to keep it short. Real quick, your opinion on this migrant camp on Panama before entering the Darien Gap. We're steps away from entering, but the natural disaster, it is huge.
Yeah, this is brought to you by the Open Borders Left. They claim to care about indigenous people. They claim to care about the environment. They claim to care about the oceans and the jungles. They don't care about any of it. They care about money and power, and that's it. They are the source of the problem. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden said they were going to try to get to the root of the problem. You are the problem. The left is the problem. And you're destroying these communities, you're destroying these villages, and you're destroying the lives of the people that you're sending into these places as well. It's a disaster on a scale that's really unprecedented. And the fake news media, the fraudulent media, New York Times was just down here a couple weeks ago, who didn't report on any of this. All they report on is the plight of the migrants. It's shameful. You guys it's media malpractice. And you need to be out of business. That's why we're in business. Put you out of business to expose the truth.
I like that. You need to be out of business because we need you to put you out of business.
We're putting them out of business.
That's my boy, man. So we are live right here from Panama showing you. Now I wanted to show you this just so you know that we are exposing the truth. Look what I'm going to pick up. I'm not making it up, but look what I'm picking up right here. this. How old do you think this child is? Good what? 3, 4 years old? 3 to 4 years old, and he has to go through hell to get to one place to another. The United Nations is not talking about this. The NGOs are not talking about this. They live out of this. They push this narrative of humanitarian. This is a shoe of a 3 and a 4-year-old before entering the Darien Gap. This child's tennis shoe, this child made it to the Darien Gap, or I don't know if he made it or not, but he entered this travesty. This is what you find over here before entering the Darien Gap. That behind me is the road right there to the Darien Gap. It is the Darien Gap right there. It's another evidence of the circumstance of failed policies of open borders. You cannot do that. Migration for me is a right. I believe in human rights. I believe in all of that. I believe that everybody deserves a better life. But these leftists and these NGOs and the United Nations pushing for this to continue. Where's the shoe, man? Where did I drop it? I didn't know where I dropped it. They're pushing for this to continue. They're pushing for this. Pushing for people suffering, man. This is not a route. This is not your safe pathway for the Biden administration that they're always preaching about a safe pathway for migrants. This is not the safe pathway. Safe pathway, it is through a port of entry and helping people to how to get there. If you are helping migration, if you're not, don't do it. But you're just pushing this suffering, pushing this human misery, man. That is the jungle over there. That is a horrible place to migrate. And you're pushing kids and you're pushing women to migrate through these kind of places. God bless you, Oscar Blue, right here live for Real America's Voice News. We're live. We're going to bout in. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.